The wait is almost over. We are less than 50 days away from opening day. Today we're going to take a look at 6 potential breakout players from 2020, 3 pitchers, and 3 position players. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe, head on over to Twitter and follow us there at National Source. With that stuff out of the way, let's get going. Alberto Mondesi is the first player we're looking at for 2020. This will depend a lot on his injured shoulder, but if healthy, he could break out in 2020. He's 24 years old and one of the fastest players in the league, and has a top 10 sprint speed according to StatCast. He's got to cut down on the strikeouts and get some more walks, but he will have every opportunity in the world to be a star in Kansas City. Next up, we have Angels outfielder Jo Adel. With the potential trade for Joc Pederson, it doesn't look like the Angels think he's quite ready. But he's very close, and Joc Pederson isn't going to slow him down if he puts the final polish on his skill set and keeps that hamstring healthy. Across all 3 levels in 2019, he hit .289 and had an OPS of .834. That OPS was hurt a little bit by his .676 he put up in AAA over 27 games, but at only 20 years old, he was one of the youngest players in the PCO. If he stays healthy, he's going to be the next stud in the Angels outfield sooner rather than later. Eloy Jimenez is our final breakout position player for 2020. His breakout might have already started last year. He was regarded as one of the best rookies in the game, and he lived up to that hype last September. Just look at that stat line for September and October. In 23 games, Eloy had 100 at-bats, and this monster slugged .710 and had 25 RBIs. The Sox were smart to lock this man up until 2024 for $43 million, buying out his team control years and his ARB years. If the second half of last year and his 80 future value scout ranking for power are anything to go by, 2020 might be the year of Mount Eloy on the south side. First breakout pitcher, we have Nate Pearson. In 2012, the Blue Jays made a mistake. They traded away Noah Syndergaard and got 4 mediocre years of R.A. Dickey. We know what Noah would turn into, and they will not make that same mistake again with Nate Pearson. They're lucky to have someone with the same kind of stuff as Thor, and this time it might even be better. Pearson has a great fastball that touches 100 often and a nasty slider that has potential to blow big leaguers away. He showed off his great stuff in the 2019 Futures game where he struck out Gavin Lux and Joey Bart, 2 top-level prospects in their own right. In 2019, across 3 levels, Pearson struck out 119 batters in 101 innings. This one hurts a little bit, but there's no denying that Jesus Lazaro is next up. He won't have to worry about any service time issues. He will be on the opening day roster after making his debut last year in Oakland's bullpen. He's already passed his Tommy John surgery, and the velocity is still there, hitting upper 90s with his fastball. In 12 innings in the bigs last year, he struck out 16 while only giving up 2 runs. Batters hit a measly 119 against him, and he looked like the real deal. 2020 could be Lazaro's breakout campaign, and between him and AJ Puck, the A's might be on the cusp of having their modern-day Zito and Hudson combo. Finally, we have Hunter Harvey, who moved to the bullpen last June, and because of this move, has a shot to break out in 2020. Harvey has struggled with injury over the past few years, but he's always had solid stuff. He had a short stint in the bigs this past year and struck out 11 batters in 6 innings. In Double-A, he shined out of the bullpen, throwing 9 scoreless innings of 1-hit ball. His Triple-A debut in the bullpen was a little less impressive, but once he arrived in Baltimore, he got back on track. His upper 90s fastball, lower 80s curve, and newly learned splitter form a lethal pitching arsenal that could land Harvey in the back of the O's pen this year, where he might just prove to be a big part of their future.
No matter who breaks out, 2020 is going to be another great year for baseball. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be back soon with another video.